Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm coming today with a little bit of tea on some channels that I watch. So guys, I have a question for you. What does the Batty Twins, Domo Wilson Lou Valentino, Missy Lynn, and some guy named Corey from Instagram all have in common? I'm going to give you 2 seconds to think about that for a second. Just look at this group here. Let me know who they have in common. If you guessed it, you get a point. Jayla Koriyan. Guys, I don't know if you remember, probably almost about a year ago right now, Jayla Koriyan was in kind of a YouTube kind of back and forth with Domo Wilson and Lou when she actually had gone out on a couple of dates. Lou is another YouTuber out of New York. He and Jayla were hanging out and supposed to be dating. Apparently, Lou came out last year saying that it was a storyline, that it wasn't necessarily as real as I guess they were portraying it was. Jayla says her feelings were hurt. You know, there was a whole thing, and you can go back in the videos and go find that and check it out if you want to. But Lou ended up going and meeting Domo Wilson. He had done a couple of videos saying that she was his crush. And I think she was also in a video of his, or she had a video that played out of kind of what happened with her and him. So fast forward, you know, Jayla, of course, is living her life. She met another guy or two and started dating this guy named Corey, who has now come out with a video that I'll have linked below, talking about what happened with him and Jayla. This guy, Corey, is not a YouTuber. He is a guy, I believe, from Detroit, Michigan, who I'm not sure how they met, but were dating for a period of months. And apparently he is dropping the tea on Jayla, basically saying, allegedly, that when they hooked up, she was absolutely broke. And he even at the end of his video kind of drops even more saying, you know, I'm not the one with evictions on my credit. So he kind of went there and basically dropped the tea about their relationship. Apparently, things just went from bad to worse pretty quickly. If you watch Jayla, you've noticed that she has not been putting out very much content on her channel. I mean, she definitely is pretty active on Instagram, but as far as like her beauty channel, her blog channel, we're just not seeing as much. So for those of you who don't know, Jayla Koriyan is a vlogger, but she also has a beauty channel. She, you know, is pretty popular. She's got in the 6 figures of a following, somewhere I think about 250,000 subscribers. But what really happened that kind of made this cross my radar, and I do watch her videos, is because today in my feed, Missy Lynn dropped a sit-down video. And Missy Lynn doesn't put out a lot of videos. I mean, she may put out a video on like her beauty channel maybe once a month. Her vlog channel is somewhere like once a month, you know, or a couple times a month. But she is someone who I've watched pretty regularly now for a couple, maybe 3-4 years. Jayla, I've been watching since the beginning of 2018. And when her YouTube channel really, I would say, didn't really get started, because she had a YouTube channel for a long time, but I guess when she really started getting very popular. But anyway, so Missy and Jayla were really good friends over the past couple of years. And, you know, Missy definitely, I think, hit her up to the game of how to YouTube, how to make it profitable. Missy has had a really good YouTube career. She's made money. She lived in LA, but she moved back closer to home, which I think is Louisiana, but she lives in Dallas, Texas now. And Missy goes into detail about why they are no longer friends. Apparently, 2 days ago, Jayla puts a video out talking about why she has trust issues and issues with so many people that she was once friends with. The video was a little strange, I'm just going to be honest. It was kind of very Jayla-esque, but it was really kind of like, I would have expected something a little bit better thought out, but she was really good friends with the Batty Twins. I don't know, if you guys don't know the Batty Twins, they were a set of identical twins, 2 guys. They have a really fun channel. They are just like a party. They're so much fun. They are good friends with Jayla, or were good friends with Jayla. One of them actually was working as her assistant. She basically all but accused one of the brothers of basically not only stealing from her, using her credit card, falsely reporting that he lost an iPhone, using her company credit card, basically her company, to purchase 2 iPhones, and just all kinds of allegations that she alleged against the Batty Twins. And I went to look at their live they did yesterday, and I heard no mention of it. Now, doesn't mean that didn't happen. I may have missed that part, but I went to try to see had they talked or dropped any tea relating to this kind of friendship breakup with the Batty Twins, and nothing. Only the video that Jayla dropped like 2 days ago, and then the video that Missy dropped yesterday.
I would say February. I would say February. The main thing happened in November, but October to November in Jamaica, that's when like everything really transpired. I had like a few other things like that happened that had kind of pissed me off like prior to all those things, like talking me into, hey, let's do a double date night. I'm gonna come to Dallas and I'm gonna bring this person in. We're gonna vlog it, and cause I already said like I didn't want to put like any type of dating material or me hanging out with guys on my channel. She was like, well, we'll just do a double date. At this point, I'm like, I don't know, I don't like that type of content on my channel. Convince me, right? We both supposed to put our video up. They get back and she messaged me and says like, no, I asked her like when her video was gonna go up. Oh yeah, I don't want to put them on my channel. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Then it was like it just been like little things, like while they were in Texas here, we're all chilling outside in the back, just all chopping it up, and like I had said something about like just having goals, and I finally achieved my goal by like having a house, and I always wanted like a chef, and she was like, yeah, but you don't have a chef, and I was like, but I have a house. And it was just like little comments like that kind of just irritated me. But I was just like, okay, while we're in Jamaica or like in Antigua, if like we're with a group of people and like I'm talking and they're like listening, it's like one of this like, okay, she talking again, like type of stuff. And it's just like
2:51 a.m. 3 days until you're exposed. Child, I just couldn't. Who's buying 2 new phones on my account? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm JAYLA KORIYAN if you're new. Most of you guys that's clicking on this video are OG subscribers. So, hey guys, what's up? I felt my friends just being kind of distant. I'm someone that supports my friends, so I didn't really understand the distance, or it was the first feeling of feeling like something's up. But like people go through things. Like I'm not someone that pressures my friends to see me, or I let my friends do what they want to do. They got their own lives. I feel like instead of like my friends telling me that they wanted to focus on their own project, they did it in in a weird way that was just like, why don't you just tell me? Like, what the fuck? Because I had already been drinking the previous nights with all the other girls. I was kind of done for the birthday. I was just like, I'm done. I'm ready to get home. I just want to take pictures and just chill. So I took, made sure to have all my birthday pictures taken and just take pictures in Jamaica. I didn't take these pictures on my phone or my camera, which I wish I would have. So later that night, alcohol was involved, and I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but I experienced listening to someone that I thought was my friend for 2 hours basically talk shit about me. And that resulted in a fight, and I didn't throw the first punch. So I don't know from that situation like how that happened, and I'm still to this day in shock that something like that could happen. But I mean, clearly when alcohol is involved, everybody acts different. But I thought it was so crazy that I could wake up from a nap, just be chilling outside, be abruptly just like, what the fuck are you talking about to my friend, or someone I thought was my friend, or I looked at as my friend, that I like kind of like, whatever, what you need, sis, like what's mine is yours type of relationship. And I just didn't know they felt the things that they felt, because I truly feel
under 5 minutes, because this ain't what I do. All right, let me say this to y'all. Me and Jayla, we moved in our apartment. We was in a relationship. I was, you know, I got with her at a time when she was saying everybody had used her. That's when she was badmouthing the twins. I didn't know what was going on. And, you know, everybody had used her. She was out of money and, you know, just all the bad decisions, bad deals, all that stuff. I didn't care about that. You know, like whatever it is that she was going through, I looked at it as a time like, man, this is a wonderful time. If we, you know, having sex and we connecting on this level, you know, like I can show her that I stand up and be, you know, a loyal man to her and, you know, uplift her. And that was my goal. That's why I came to New York. I came to New York not for just the richest aspect of things. Like I was in the streets and back in Detroit, you know, doing my thing, hustling. You know, I changed my life to gain something that was more tangible. And with being with her, I saw that in her. You know, like, you know, when we first, you know, got together, oh, you know, I created a platform for, you know, one of the first girls to do HBCUs and the HBCU experience and stuff. And I looked at her as like someone that we could carry something on together. And then I saw how weakened she was. I mean, even from talking people out and not giving her serious drugs and, you know, like telling her like, man, why you don't need Molly, baby girl. You don't need this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just being that person in her life. Like, look, let me show you how you can rap. I could do what Safari did for Nikki, you know, at one point. You know, got her rapping and stuff, which y'all don't see no more of that. I got her a modeling deal through telling her, like, you have lean muscle. You should work out. You should eat healthier. Why are you eating hot dogs and eating out all the time? Like, why don't you cook at home? And just, you know, being that strong support system for her that she's never had. And when I say never had, I want to say it in a way of, like, her journey of YouTube and this fictitious life that she's been trying to give you guys was not necessarily supported. And one thing I could respect about her mother really installed, like, you know, education. You know what I'm saying? You know, as she would say, my dad said I was going to be a hairdresser. I wasn't going to be nothing but a hairdresser, you know? So, you know, I mean, I look at her like, you know, her true substance coming out, because with that platform, when has she ever, you know, rose the issue on her own to a great cause and not just something that was like promoted by a sponsor? You know what I mean? Like,
she was really concise about telling her story. Jayla was all over the place, and she seemed to have to cover several people of why she's not talking to them anymore, and kind of why they kind of wronged her, and how she's just kind of tired of people right now. Missy told a story about somebody who's really kind of a little bit self-centered, maybe a little, even just maybe a little bit more immature, who's not as mature as her. I know Missy's a little older than her, not much, but maybe Missy just turned 30, or she's in her young 30s, and Jayla just turned 25. So there could be 4 or 5 years difference between them, but Missy's been doing YouTube for a while and has been successful and supporting herself on YouTube. And apparently there were a couple of things, most notably What really got Missy kind of feeling differently about their friendship was they are covered with the same management team. So the people that are going out, getting deals, booking jobs for them, they have the same manager. They do, along with Raven Elise, maybe Aaliyah J. I could be wrong, but this person has some notable YouTube influencers on her client list. So apparently they were on a trip and they were talking, and Missy basically described it as, being in this game, we're used to, in the circle that I'm in, sharing information. So if you need to know something like how much a brand is paying, how much you should be asking for, what are the contracts like, what's the tea, usually they're sharing this information. Jayla, they were all, I guess, bidding and getting some work with Fenty Savage, which you would have seen all of these on their Instagram pages, and even they've done some videos on the Fenty Savage lingerie line. And so Missy was trying to figure out whether she was going to do this job or not, and she thought the money wasn't right. And she told Jayla, like, oh, they called you. What were they talking about with money? And because Missy had already gave her a number, Jayla was like, oh yeah, well that's about right. And it turned out later, after a few more drinks, Jayla brought it up again, but said a whole nother number and was like, wait a second, you said this and that. And she goes, oh no, well I guess it's this. And she just felt a way about it because she's like, well, why would you tell me something that's not true? And they are like sister best friends, right? They're traveling cross countries for each other's birthdays. I mean, they're not just like YouTube associates. They are friends, travel together, work together, do things like that. And it just kind of, I think Missy started to realize that she felt that the friendship was really, really one way, and that Jayla wasn't really being straight up with her as a friend. And that's kind of what I got from Missy's video. So, so there were a series of events happening, and I think she just kept putting two and two and two, and two, and multiplying it by another two, and realizing like, okay, Jayla's not my friend. She's really not my friend. I'm not happy with this friendship any longer. And I'm going to, she said, I'm going to have to distance myself. So, turns out Jayla at the time is basically having broken up, or is breaking up with her boyfriend, this guy from Detroit, Corey B or something like that. I'll try to link everything below so you guys can, check these people out if you care to. But this guy says that she basically, was trying to use him for a storyline, use him to have a man, use him, and he just kind of realized, I'm just here for kind of like eye candy, a prop. This is a fake storyline. Like, she's really not interested in me, and basically left the relationship alone. Basically came out online to tell the world that she's a liar and, not a good friend. So, or not a good girlfriend, rather. And basically was also instrumental in telling Missy some information that she needed to know about Jayla, basically talking about her behind her back. So, I mean, just a lot of drama going on, and I don't know that this is the end of it. I would just check it out. But like I said, and she's also been friends with someone else, Aaliyah J. And Aaliyah J has a good sized following. She's well over 1 million. I think she's like 1,200,000, 1,300,000 subscribers. She has 2 channels, one with her and her boyfriend, and one which is more like her makeup beauty channel. So these ladies, the main ones that I'm speaking of, outside of Domo, we all know Domo does music, and she was in a couple relationship channel with her girlfriend Chrissy, which, that's a whole nother story. But the main folks that I'm talking about, Missy Lynn, JAYLA Koriyan, and even just mentioning Aaliyah J. These girls are really part of like the YouTube black upper, you know, kind of getting into that echelon of, you know, beauty guru makeup channels. Like I said, their manager also manages Raven Elise and, you know, some other larger YouTubers. When you're thinking about like Glamazon Tay and people like that. So, you know, this Jayla and Missy argument is kind of, you know, really juicy in like the black makeup guru sector. So anyway, guys, let me know, had you heard of this? Did you know that this was going on? Do you watch any of these channels? I know all of you have heard of Domo. Have you heard of the Batty Twins? Have you heard of Aaliyah J? Have you heard of Missy Lynn? You know, have you heard of Lou Valentino? I think he may have maybe he has 1 million subscribers. I mean, there's a ton of these channels out here, lots of juicy stuff going on. Let me know what you know. Let me know, did I tell the story right? Let me know if you want to hear more about this. So I will see you again in the next video. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye, everyone.